Thanks for your question, John. I'll just touch on rank real quick. And there was like this epiphany moment when I realized the difference between enlisted and officer was the difference between like your noble class and your royalty. And no matter how far you moved up in the noble class, the lowest royalty was still above you. But I had a really helpful conversation with a Iraq veteran at my local college. He's very much for the war, but we found common ground on finding the health care for veterans. And we were talking about, why are veterans coming back so messed up? What is different about this war? Is it that we recognize it, or is there an actual increase in post-traumatic symptoms? And what we actually agreed on, because we disagreed on many things, was that after World War II, the military recognized that their soldiers could be better killers, and that a lot of the men that were firing were actually just firing in the general direction of the enemy with no intention to kill them. And that's where you saw an overhaul of the way basic training in boot camp. The way they broke people down. You weren't a person anymore, you were a killing machine. And you know what? We're really effective at it. I think it's up like 90% of all shots taken now are with intention to kill or mortally wound. So where does this come from? Well, killing is not by human nature. And now you have people that are effective killers. They're told not to think about it, because if you think about it, now that's an opportunity where you can lose your life, but more importantly, you can lose the lives of the men around you because you had some moral dilemma. So you kill, and you think about it later. And I think that's, when people have time to decompress or get a moment to themselves, and they have this internal conflict about the actions that they've been involved with, whether it's even, been a conscious action or just muscle memory from so much training. I think that's what it is. It's the intensity in the training to question to kill without question, without thought, and put that emotion in a box. And when you're back stateside, if you're okay with it, let it out. But that whole time, it's just brewing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger inside that box. And when you do let it out, you have an emotional breakdown that I think is, from personal experience and from my friends, that's where they result with PTSD and quote-unquote personality disorder, which is just a fancy way for the VA not to pay you and to take care of you for what the military has caused.